Hi, my name is Jan. I'd like to share a few Pro Tools recording workflows with you. I've refined these workflows ever since I started using Pro Tools some 20 years ago. And I've met many engineers, some of which are much more successful than me, who came up with the very same or very similar workflows. So let's get straight into it. Step number 1. Let's talk about track labeling hygiene. Always label your tracks before you start recording. Keep the name very short and keep it descriptive of the sound, for example, kick in or OHL or tom 12-inch. Keep additional information in the comment field. This could be the artist name, it could be the microphone that you use, it could be the polar patterns or any toe-tape processing that you used, any unusual microphone placements maybe. This way the comment field becomes your session record sheet. Step number 2, groups. Make a group every time you record an instrument to more than one track. Drums are the obvious candidate here. Even bass, if you have a mic and a DI, group the tracks together. But before we create groups, let's set our color preferences to follow groups. We go to the Display tab and under Default Track Color Coding, follow groups, as well as Default Clip Color Coding, follow groups. Now select your signals and make an edit or edit and mix group. Name it drums and give it the group ID D. Give bass a B and guitars a G and so on. Now let's look at the grouped parameters. I'm following globals and the parameters I really want to group are record enable and input monitoring. All the others I don't care too much about in recording. However, I prefer to have volume and mute and solos ungrouped while tracking. Now that we've grouped all the tracks, one single record enable button will record enable all group members. This saves time and avoids mistakes in the heat of the recording session. You certainly don't want to tell the talent that you missed to record the kick drum because you scrolled down and the track was out of view, right? Before we start recording, let's first create a new playlist, which is now conveniently labeled kick-in.01 for the first take. Therefore, the second take will end up on .02 and the third one on .03 and so on. Keeping the numbers straight makes it easier for everyone and avoids miscommunication. Also, at the end of the recording session, you probably want to compile a golden take from all your playlists. You now have the main playlist free to compile all your golden takes together. And when you're done, the labeling strip is not occupied with unnecessary numbers. Another tip, don't delay decision making. Compile the takes together with the talent at the end of the session, while the takes are still fresh on your mind. This saves you additional editing sessions and lengthy email conversations about which takes to use, and you leave your Pro Tools session ready for overdub recordings. If you ever want to disable a group, you can shift the key focus mode to groups, so that D becomes the key command to toggle your drum group on and off. B would then control the bass and G the guitars and so on. And since our color coding follows the groups, you can easily see from a distance if your groups are on or not. I hope you enjoyed this video. I've got more to share, so why don't you subscribe and share this video on your social media channels. Sunny greetings from Byron Bay, Australia. See you next time. Bye for now.